Hello everybody, today we're going to try to draw the human head, and I want to introduce you first to your new best friend right here. Get one of these guys off of Amazon. It's like 25 bucks. Incredible. I wish I had this when I was starting out as an artist. It's such great reference. I think this is based on Chris Evans's face, the Captain America guy. But anyway, anybody can draw, front view or side view. But as soon as you start moving into 3/4, or you tilt the head like this or like that, you really need reference to get those strange angles right. So, and this is just an invaluable tool. So we're going to start out though with just the front view and the side view, because you do have to learn that. Those are the very basics. But we'll try some other more difficult views, and I'll show you my method for trying to get them right, which isn't easy always. So let's get started on this. First things first, let's draw the front. That's Jeff Probst's line. Oh man. Draw an egg. I mean, you've probably seen this on many other tutorials. The basic face. You can get the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, which is a great book. God, that's the one I learned on. Draw an egg. Halfway through is the eyes. Oops, I'm not gonna. I use my straight line, but I really don't want to do that. Eyes. Nose is about not quite halfway between the chin, but maybe a little bit higher. Mouth, kind of the halfway between the bottom of the nose and the chin. Eyebrows and ears, right about where the eyebrows start, where the ear is. So let's just draw a basic eye shape here on both sides. Eyes are about an eye's distance between each one, and the side of the head, kind of an eye's distance. Eyebrow comes out from the front of the eye and flares up. Nose, it sort of lines up with the edge of the nose, lines up with that. Depending on the nose, of course, different noses. We're drawing a standard nose. The mouth is really simple. It's like a little smile, slight smile, and you just put a little end on the end of it, and then a little lip, and you got yourself a mouth. See, hairline is about halfway between eyebrows and top of the head. Bring in the little. Think of a skull when you're drawing a face. Think of how that bone is like this. It's kind of like a skull. That's sort of the way it works with the that's what's underneath of course, the skin there, and that's why the face looks the way it does. So keep that in mind, because you already know what some of these shapes are like. Okay, so ear. Nothing too complicated. It sort of starts at if you're looking directly at it, it sort of starts at the top of the ear, and the bottom of the ear sort of ends near the bottom of the nose. Hair, any hairstyle you want, of course. Just going to do a quick thing with hair. It's not that important. I want to get rid of some of this construction line because it's distracting me. And maybe it's distracting you too, so let's get rid of it. Okay, here's your basic face, you know, from the front. Put a little indication for the eyeball. Neck, a normal neck, you know, maybe fairly strong neck, comes almost straight out from the jawline. Okay, so let's look at some of these objects here quick, just to give you a little more. Let's show you the basic shape of an eye. It's sort of like, it's almost like the best way is to think of this, and then a curve underneath. Then you just sort of round it out a little tiny bit, and you got yourself an eye. That's the basic shape of the eye. Eyelid. You can add a little eyelid there. Eyeball. And eyebrow coming in. Now what I want you to pay a particular attention to when you're drawing an eye is the negative space of the eye. Because that really sells it. That's what makes it right or not right. Let me get another layer here. And I'm going to zoom in actually a little bit too. This space, wait a minute, why is it, okay, is the shape you want to pay attention to. Make sure you memorize that shape. So when you're looking at that shape, you know whether your eye is going to be, if something's wrong with your eye, it's probably because it doesn't have this shape in it. Let's take it away for a second. You can see the negative space. Pay attention to that shape, those shapes. Actually, let's try breaking the rules a little bit on it. And now let's see what happens when you change the shape of that. Oops. Suddenly he's intense. You see, that's the thing. Now you change the shape of the eye, more of the iris. I think that's the name of it. Is seen, and now he's got more of an intense look, more wild. You want to relax it. The eyelid comes down, like him really sleepy. This guy's really tired. So that's eyes. Nose, as you can see, it's pretty. It's so simple. And especially when you're doing a nose, you want to keep the lines that define the nose pretty light. You know, don't go like that and stuff like that. You know, really, you want to keep it nice and indicated because it's not much shadow, generally speaking, unless you're putting your lighting in with shadow. Then you want to, then it's something where the whole thing could be in shadow like that. But generally speaking, keep these shadows, keep these lines very soft. I'm gonna get rid of that eye because I can't stand it. Looks bad. I'm going to get rid of this as well. mean, I think you can see the mouth. I don't think I have to pull that one up away. Okay, that's the light. Now with the mouth, you can, if you want, you can add a little bit of a lip indication or something like that, or depending on what kind of a mouth you want, you can make it bigger or smaller. But generally speaking, for tough guy, you don't draw the top lip as much. Maybe a little indication of a chin. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is take these things for the side view, just pull them across. And I'm going to draw the side. Hang on a second. I think I want to go a little over here. The whole thing. Now the mouth and face, there's a little bit of a turn, a curve right here, generally speaking. I mean, for this face, anyways, there's different kinds of faces are different, of course. But to capture this sort of standard face. You can see everything lines up. What I had there before. Okay, let's see. Get that chin up. Can add a little bit of eyelid below or popped out. That's kind of where the eyes sort of popping out a little bit in the skin. Okay, I'm not going to do too much detail on the face here. Study ears, look at ears, learn ears. They're kind of weird, but little hairline here. And how strong you want this guy. How thick you make the neck. You want to give him a Superman neck? There you go. He's kind of Supermanish. So there's your standard, front and side view. And it's not too difficult. You can learn it. You can measure it out. But now let's try something more difficult. Actually, I think I might just move this. Wait, this is on. We have 3 layers here. Hang on a second. I'm just going to move it over a little bit. Because I might just extend these lines. Whoops, that's not. Okay, now I've just got the lines. Extend them out. and try 3/4 view. But I'm going to show you now the way I approach it. And it seems to work, seems to help. I did this last time too. Okay. Drawing some eyebrows. Drawing this stuff on an angle now. But how do you put the eyes in? That's the tricky part. And I'll show you what I do. I draw the actual eyeball. That seems to sort of help me. I'm thinking three-dimensionally, looking through the object. That's my trick. That's my major sort of helping hand, because I really just, I always make a mistake and I'll put the eye like, over here too far or something like that. But when I draw it as an eyeball like that, then I can kind of just go in there, put the eyelid on it more easily, and it's going to be more accurate. See, it looks right. Ish. Rightish. I love making up new words. He looks a little mad, though, doesn't he? This is where having that little sculpted head really can kind of help you too. Okay, I'm going to speed this up a little bit just so I can get this thing done. So hair I'm just kind of blowing through. So hair can be almost anything, Why does it look so mean? Maybe it's just the eyebrows a little too intense, eh? Lift it up just a bit. Okay, now he's not. He's nicer now. He's calmed down. Maybe if he had a little more smile. Okay. Now you're going to see a little more of the neck because you're looking at 3/4 view. There you go. So we've got, let's see if I can grab all these layers. Put them all in one thing here so you can see it. Not too bad. Not that great either, but okay, I'll group those. Now, the challenging part. Let's try drawing a face, as I mentioned before, on a weird angle. So it's looking down like this. I often start out with the eyebrows, by the way. It's like when I draw a face, and you see me do this all the time. It's almost like that's the target. Like I got a bullseye right there. That's where I want to hit. Hit. And that's the eyebrow right between right between the eyes, so to speak. It helps me when I start any face to start there, and build out and grow it out, build the shape out. Now, again, trying to figure out how much eye is seen. I just put those rounded eyeballs in there. You almost don't see the eye from this particular angle. If you get that sculpt, you'll see that. You'd be surprised, like, oh, looking down just like that, and suddenly I can't see his eyes. Yep. So this guy's giving him a look. I'm going to give him a little look. He's a little. He's not too happy about something or other. Some supervillain just tried to take over the world, and he's got a. And he had to get up early in the morning to fight him. So he's cranky. Okay. Obviously, you're going to see the hairline isn't. You can see more of the top of the head, so your hairline is going to be lower on the head. Now that sculpt with the Chris Evans sculpt is just a starting point. You want to work and learn your own methods. You want to be able to branch off and do, like if you want to make, from that point, let's say you want to make this guy's nose, pudgy and big. He's a boxer. You got a starting point. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to do the old standard nose. Straight nose, not a boxer. It doesn't have a broken nose. Still looks tough, but okay, that's not that bad. Done worse. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of just a body, just to show you a little bit. You can, it's got where this thing's going. He's looking down. There's your collarbone, that sort of thing. It's kind of cool. Okay, let's try looking up. Not sure which is more difficult. They're both pretty difficult. So here's my target area, kind of. See, I've drawn for so long that I kind of know what I'm doing. So I forget to kind of I gotta show you guys more construction lines than I normally would use if I'm drawing, because I'm doing it in my mind, You're gonna see of course, the bottom of the nose quite a bit. I want to get rid of that. See, that's construction line. It's just distracting me now. Now, if you're looking at an eyeball, if you're looking at an eyeball looking down, it's gonna be, you're gonna see the bottom more like it's from the side. Here's your eyeball, but when you're looking at it, when you tilt your head down, that tilts down. And when you tilt the head up, hang on a second here. That tilts up. And that's kind of what I got here. Now, of course, your mouth and the head's curved, so that curve that you're drawing like this is going to curve the other way a little bit. This is where having that sculpt is really helpful, though. How do I make this line here? Do I go across straight? Do I dip it more? Do I tilt it like this more? I don't know exactly, and that information, if I'm drawing this, I'm going to really look at it and try to get that information out of it. But I'm going to do the best I can here, which will be pretty close. It should be fine. The forehead, you see less of it because it's disappearing over the top of the head. The ears will come much farther down here because you're tilting the head back. Again, all these things with that sculpt will be revealed. When you get it, turn it around, study it, draw it from different angles. Neck muscles. Trapezius. Okay. Now let's see, maybe I'll put the eyes looking in this direction or something like that. Think about the eyeball. I just drew. It's easier for me to place it on there now. So. Okay. That's cool. Kind of fun, kind of cool. I like it. So let me know if it helps you. Let me know if it helps you to draw the eyeballs in there. Okay, that is pretty much a done deal. There's just one more thing I want to show you guys, and that is I made my own sculpt. The reason I did this, let me make it a little larger here, is because I wanted to draw Conan, and I needed a face that didn't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I wanted my own Conan version, so I made one. It's okay. I'm not the best sculptor in the world. I don't know exactly how they smooth everything out, but it has the things, the angles and the sort of the essence of the shapes that I need. And dude, I really recommend sculpting. Buy sculpts, make sculpts. It's so helpful to you for your development as an artist, to know and be able to work around the objects, see things in the third dimension. So really, really recommend this. And so that's about it for the head. So thanks for showing up, and thanks for watching these videos. Like and share them and tell everybody about them so I can grow my channel and hopefully make many more videos. I've got a lot of ideas, And I think they're going to be a lot of fun. So until next time, I will see you guys.